Good afternoon, all of you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Today we are the two numerical on fins on second chapter. Then we will try to start new chapter today itself, that is unsteady quick conduction. Okay, so we will take two problems on fins. These are very good problems. Okay, so first problem is the first problem. The end of very long cylinder. Okay, the end of very long cylinder stainless steel rod is attached to the heated wall and its surface is in contact with cold fluid. Determine by what percentage the heat removal rate would change if the rod diameter is double. Okay, so what is given? This is a suppose this is a wall. Okay, this is a what wall, and to this wall number of fins are attached. Okay, fins are attached here, and these are which fin? Cylindrical or circular fins. Okay, so if you increase the diameter of these fins, the rod fins or circular fins, if you increase the diameter of the fins, if you double the diameter of the fins, what will happen to heat transfer? This we have to find out. Understood? And which type of fin this one is? It is very long. Very long means what? Infinitely long fins means L tend to what? Infinity. L tend to infinity. Understood? So can you find out the whether the heat transfer will increase or decrease if you double the diameter of fin? Okay. Now it is a very long fin. So I will give you clue that you need to use the heat transfer rate formula, that is Q is equal to under root HPK by theta naught, means excess temperature. Okay, so by using this formula, you need to find out, okay, by doubling the diameter of fin, what will happen to heat transfer. Nothing is given. Okay, not a single value is given. So can you find out? So you need to find out plus Q1. Q1 means with the normal diameter D1. And then you need to find out Q2. Q2 means when you are doubling the diameter. Okay, so when the diameter doubles, what will affect? Area will change, perimeter will change, and M will
Area.
change. Rest of the remain same. Okay, thermal conductivity, heat transfer coefficient, this will all remain same. Means K is same. Okay, K is same and A is also same. Understood? Okay. So again, I am repeating. There is a one wall, and to that wall, the circular fins or the cylindrical fins are attached. Okay. What is asked? If you double the diameter of these rods, what will happen to heat transfer rate? Whether it is increase or decrease, and by how much percentage? This we need to find out. Okay. So it is given that are very long fins. What is given? That are very long fins means that are infinitely long fins, L tend to infinity. Hmm. Okay, so we will find out plus first Q1. Q1 means before doubling the diameter, and Q2 means after doubling the diameter. Hmm. K and H will remain same. Okay, now what is given? D2. D2 means after doubling diameter. D2 is twice D1. Okay, D2 is twice D1. This is given. And what is the area before doubling diameter? What is the area? It is pi by 4 D1 square. What is A2? A2 is after increasing the diameter. Okay, it is pi by 4 twice D1. Why twice D1? Because D2 is equal to twice D1. Okay, So if you find out what will be the area will be 4 pi by 4 d1 square, which is nothing but 4a1. So a1 is before doubling, and after doubling the diameter, a2 will be 4a1. Okay, this we have find out. Any question? Please get it clear. Then perimeter. What is the initial perimeter? P1 is equal to pi d1. Okay, and what is the final perimeter after doubling? P2 is equal to pi d2. Pi d2. But d2 is equal to twice d1, so pi twice d1. So therefore, this is nothing but pi d1 is a perimeter. So what will be the P2? P2 is equal to twice P1. And P2 is equal to twice P1. And what about A2? P2 is equal to twice P1. And what about A2? A2 is equal to 4A1. This you remember. Okay. Now what we can write? What is Q1? Q1 is equal to under root HP1 AA1 theta 0. Q2 is equal to HP2 K2 theta 0. What is same? Heat transfer coefficient is same and K is same. This can be cancelled. So what left? Under root P1 A1 divided by under root P2 A2. Okay. Under root P1 A1 divided by under root P2 A2. So if I again put here Q1 by Q2 is equal to P1 A1. So now I will replace P2. P2 by what? P2 by twice P1 and A2 by 4A1. है So P1 will get cancelled. P2 replaced by twice P1, A2 replaced by 4A1. P1 get cancelled. A1 get cancelled. What you will get? Q1 by Q2 is equal to 1 by under root 8. 2 into 4 is 8. So 1 by under root 8 is nothing but what is this one? 4 into 2. 4 into 2. So Q1 by Q2 will be what? 1 divided by 2 root 2. 1 divided by 2 root 2. Okay. 1 divided by 2 root 2. So what will be Q1 by Q2? It is equal to under 1 divided by 2 root 2. So Q2 is equal to 2 root 2 Q1. Q root 2 Q1. Okay. So Q2 is higher than Q1 by 2 root 2. So what is increasing percentage of heat transfer? It is Q2 minus Q1 divided by Q1. So what is Q2? 2 root 2 Q1 minus Q1 divided by Q1. So if you simplify this one, there is what? 183% in heat transfer rate. If you double the diameter, there is a 183% in 183 increase in percentage. Okay. So this was the condition. If you double the diameter, everything remain same. H and K remain same. Okay. So this type of question generally asked in engineering examination, IES, Indian Engineering Services, and GATE. Okay, understood. Any question? Now we will start. We will solve last problem of Unit 2. Please take a register, pen, and calculator with you. Don't sit idle. Okay. Please solve the problem. That will help you only. So this is the last problem. Try to solve this problem. Okay. Nikhil, is it visible, audible?
Sir, you are
Screen is
audible
not
but
visible.
Screen not visible because I have not shared it.
Okay, sir.
लॅपटॉपची बॅटरी गेल्यामुळे प्रॉब्लेम झाला. So please solve this problem. I request all of you. Last problem of fins. Okay. A 1 meter long, 10 centimeter diameter cylinder placed in atmosphere of 35 degrees Celsius means what? It is T infinity. If provided with 12 longitudinal fins. Okay, longitudinal fins means rectangular fins. Okay, so there is a cylinder which is 10 centimeter in diameter and 1 meter long. It is equipped or provided with 12 longitudinal fins, means rectangular fins. The thickness of this fin is 1 mm. It is given. Thickness of the fins is 1 mm. The fins protrudes 3 centimeter from cylinder surface. Protrudes means this is a what? The length of the fins. The heat transfer coefficient is 20 watt per meter square Kelvin. Calculate the rate of heat transfer from the cylinder. This is very important. Calculate the rate of heat transfer from the cylinder if the surface temperature of the cylinder is at 200 degree Celsius. Okay. And you have to assume insulated tip condition. Okay, you have to assume insulated tip condition. You have to assume insulated tip condition. So what is given? There is a one cylinder of diameter 10 centimeter, 1 meter long, which is kept in the atmosphere, which is at 35 degrees Celsius. 12 fins are attached. 12 fins, 12 rectangular fins. Longitudinal means rectangular. 12 longitudinal or rectangular fins are attached to the cylinder. The thickness of that fins is 1 mm. Fins protrudes 3 centimeter, means the length of the fins is 3 centimeter. You need to find out the heat transfer from the cylinder, not fins, from the cylinder. And for this, you need to assume which case? Insulated tip condition. You have to assume insulated tip condition. Okay. So the diameter I have used capital D. Capital D means the diameter of that cylinder, it is 10 centimeter, means 0.1. The length of that cylinder is 1 meter. Number of fins are 12 with thermal conductivity 100 watt per meter Kelvin. Width of the fins, okay, 1 meter. Why 1 meter? I will tell you. Thickness of the fin is 1 mm. Length of the fins is 3 centimeter because it is given. Fin protrudes 3 centimeter from the cylinder, therefore it is 3 centi is the meter, not meter, centimeter. So 0.03 meter. And one correction, and the excess temperature, that is T naught minus T infinity, is 200 minus 35, 165 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now we have calculated area of fin and perimeter. Okay. Before that, please look at the diagram. This is a what? This is a 1 meter long. And this is a 1 meter long and 10 centimeter diameter cylinder which is placed in an atmosphere. Okay, which is placed in an atmosphere, and then we have the heat transfer coefficient is 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, then we have attached fins. We have attached 12 fins. Okay, so protrusion is 3 centimeter, means thickness is 1 mm. Okay, it is given, it is thickness is 1 mm, thickness of fin is 1 mm, and the length is 3 centimeter. The length is 3 centimeter. Okay, so width of this fin, whatever the width length of the cylinder is nothing but the width of the fin. Okay, what is the length of the cylinder? That will be width of the fin. Therefore, width of the fin is length of the cylinder is 1 meter. Width of the fin is 1 meter because we are assuming fins are throughout the length of the cylinder. Understood? Okay. One meter. Now, area of the fins is width into thickness. So width is 1 and thickness is 0.001. So 0.001 meters square. Perimeter thickness is negligible as compared to width. Therefore, neglect the width. We have neglected thickness. So perimeter to so what is a perimeter? 2 meter. Okay. Now the base temperature of the cylinder is 200 degrees Celsius. Okay, this we have seen. Now calculate the, I want the value of M. Calculate M, tell me the value of ml. Calculate M. Calculate M and tell me the value of ml. What will be the value of ml? Now you have everything with you.
So 0.67 ml.
0. Who is speaking? Mihir.
Sir, Harsh.
Huh?
Harsh.
Harsh Gaikwad. Okay. 0.67 ml. What is the value of M?
22.36.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else who is solving the Varda Kade? Are you there? What is the value of M? Akshay Bhapkar, what is the value of M? Chetan Tote, Gauri, Guru Prasad, are you there? Mihir,
Yes,
where
sir.
are you?
MG value 22.3606 है.
And MLG value? You have to assume insulated tip condition. Yash Kolte, you have to use insulated tip condition. Okay. And what you have to find out? Heat transfer from the cylinder, not from the fins. Heat transfer from the cylinder. Find out it. Neha Patil,
Yes, sir.
What is the value of ml?
Sir, ml is equals to 0.6708.
Okay, and what will be the heat transfer from fins now?
Sir, from fins.
Which which case which case you
Sir,
have to assume?
insulated tip.
Yeah. So what is the formula for heat transfer for an insulated tip?
Q is equals to under root of HPK into tan of HML.
हाँ या व्हेरी गुड. थिटा 0 नाही आहे का मध्ये?
हाँ सर, theta naught.
थिटा नॉट. ओके, व्हेरी गुड. So what we need to find out, we need to find out the heat transfer, calculate the rate of heat transfer from the cylinder. Now please see, cylinder means what? You need to find out first the heat transfer by fins and then heat transfer by rest of the cylinder, because the temperature of the cylinder, if you find out here, the temperature of the cylinder is 200 degrees Celsius and it is in contact with air which is at, what is the temperature of air, which is at 35 degrees Celsius. So what will happen? There will be heat transfer from the fins. Heat transfer from the fins, 12 fins, that we note formula, and plus we need to find out heat transfer from the rest of the cylinder also. Okay, heat transfer from the rest of the cylinder and heat transfer from the fins, and then we need to add both heat transfer, and that will be total heat transfer from the cylinder. Okay, so first the heat transfer from the fins. So how many fins are there? 12. So n into under root HPK theta naught tan HML. This is the for insulative. So just replace n by 12. H is 25, P is 2, K is 100, A is 0.001. Okay, theta naught is 165, tan HML 0.671. Okay, and tell me what is the value of Q fins you are getting. Heat transfer by fins. Heat transfer. Heat dissipated by the fins. How much value you are getting?
2592.85, sir.
2592.85.
85.
2594.2 watt. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
This is the heat transfer by fins. Okay. So Q fins, it is now 2594.2. Now what will be the heat transfer from the rest of the cylinder? Heat transfer from the rest of the cylinder, because everyone there is not fins now. Okay, there is some gap between the fins. So through that gap, the the heat is transferred. So we need to find out that area. So first find out the cylinder area without fins. This is not cylinder, it is a cylinder. So first we need to find out the cylinder area without fins, that is AW. It is what? Surface area, total surface area. What is total surface area? Pi dl. Okay, what is total surface area? Pi dl minus, okay, minus area occupied by the fins, that is n into A. Area occupied by fins, n into A. Okay, so if you put the value of pi, then D means diameter 0.1, L means length of the fin, length of cylinder 1 meter, minus 12 into 0.011. 0.001 is the area of single fin into 12 area occupied by 12 fins. So here you will get the value, that is a cylinder area without fin. It is 0.3022 meter square. Okay. Now if you find out the cylinder area without fins, okay, then find out the heat transfer from the cylinder, okay, from the rest of the cylinder. From the rest of the cylinder, it is HAW. AW means cylinder area without fins into T naught minus T infinity. So if you put all the values, you will get Q cylinder 1246.5. Okay. Then find out the Q total, that is heat transfer by the cylinder plus heat transfer by the fins. I want to tell me the final value. What is final value?
3839.42.
3839.42. Okay. And what is Q cylinder?
So Q cylinder is 1246.57 and total is 3841.16.
Yeah. So here it is asked the heat transfer from the cylinder. So we need to add both heat transfer. Okay. If it is asked heat transfer from the fins, then only answer Q fins. Okay. Only answer Q fins. But it is asked heat transfer from the cylinder. So you have to find out heat transfer by the fins, then heat transfer by the rest of the cylinder. Then you need to add both the things and you will get final total heat transfer. Please solve this problem. Let me know if you have any confusion, any doubt.
सर सिलेंडरचा एरिया कन्सिडर करताना टॉप आणि बॉटम साइड नाही करत
हा?
सिलेंडरचा एरिया कन्सिडर करताना
जोरात बोल बघा, ऐकू येत नाहीये. हा नाही, सरफेस एरिया केला ना आपण कन्सिडर.
टॉप आणि बॉटम साइडचं सर.
नाही टॉप आणि बॉटमचा नाही केला, फक्त सरफेस एरिया. फिन्स हिट टॉप आणि बॉटमचा नाही केला बघा. आपण काय केलेलं आहे, सरफेस एरिया केला बघा. आपण काय केलं, we have unfold that. Okay, this is now total
okay
diameter. Okay, and this is the length. After unfolding that cylinder, this is the diameter, this is the length. Now what is total area? Pi dl है ना. What is total surface area? Pi dl. Okay, And then these are number of fins na. First fins. This is the first fin. Then second fin. And then third fin. Likewise, there are 12 fins. So you need to supply this area of fins from pi dl. So pi dl minus what is the area of one fin? It is 0 point thickness into width na 0.01. So likewise multiply 12 into 0.01. You will get the area occupied by fins. Are you getting? So pi dl minus area occupied by fins. Understood? अंडरस्टूड कोणी क्वेश्चन विचारला होता
हो सर कळलं.
So we have almost solved 8 example on now second chapter, that is extended surface or fins. Okay. Now we will start. I think you have understood the second chapter very well. If you have attended the lecture, the online lecture, then I think there should be no problem. But still, if you have any question, any doubt, any query, okay, you can ask me anytime. Don't hesitate. Okay, don't hesitate to ask me question regarding first or second unit. Even though this is a e-lecture, the class should be interactive. Okay, there should be a response from your side. Otherwise, that will be one-way teaching. So I hope all of you have solved today's 2 problems. Okay. Nikhil, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Nikhil Ahire, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So I have uploaded the PPT of first chapter. Now I will upload the PPT of second chapter. Okay.
Okay, sir.
About the lectures, I have uploaded only 2 lecture on VLP because that is uploading takes time. So I am planning up to Sunday I will upload all the lectures. Okay.
Okay,
But
sure.
VLP is very slow, therefore it is what, Nikhil?
Sir, can you upload it on YouTube?
It is on YouTube now. First we have to upload on YouTube and then we have to provide the link on VLP.
Sir, then directly send us all the link of YouTube. Then we can easily access it.
Okay, I will see that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So any question? Anuj Mane, are you attending the lecture for first time?
Hello, sir.
Hello? Is this your first lecture? Anuj?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay.
Hello.
What is the function of fins, Anuj?
Sir, I missed 2-3 lectures.
What?
I have 3 lectures last week.
So now
Hello.
we will start the very important third unit. Okay. After completion of third unit, we will take the question from GATE. Okay, I have taken 2 or 3 questions from GATE, but we will take 5 to 6 questions from GATE and from engineering services also. Okay. So the third unit, which we are going to start now, it is the unsteady state heat conduction. Okay, unsteady state heat conduction. Now, can you tell me Anuj, can you tell me the name of first unit? Anuj Mane, can you tell me the name of first unit? Am I audible?
Mode of heat transfer.
Mode of heat transfer.
Hmm.
In first unit, we have seen mode of heat transfer. That was only what small part, plus steady state heat conduction. What we have seen steady state heat conduction. Okay. And now we are going to see unsteady state heat conduction. So what is different between steady state and unsteady state? Okay, this we have discussed. Steady state means what? No thermodynamic property will change with respect to time is what steady state. Unsteady state, all thermodynamic property will change with respect to time. That is what unsteady state. In heat transfer takes place because of temperature. Okay. Now, if you considered any metallic block, in steady state, if the temperature of that metallic block is 100 degrees Celsius, after 10 minutes, the temperature of that metallic block will remain same, that is 100 degrees Celsius. But in unsteady state, after 10 minutes, the temperature will not remain at 100 degrees Celsius, it will change. Okay, so in steady state, the temperature and other thermodynamic properties will change with respect to time. Heat transfer, it depends upon the temperature, and therefore heat transfer will change with respect to time. Okay, now we will take a very simple example to compare steady and unsteady. Okay, what we have studied and what we are going to study. Suppose this is the electrical oven, and inside this electrical oven, suppose if you put any metallic plate, so what will happen? Heat will absorb by this metallic plate from all direction, and temperature of that metallic plate will increase. Understood? Now, what is steady state? In steady state, the heat transfer is a function of direction only. That is what? The heat will transfer to this plate from X, Y, and Z direction. Isn't it? Heat is transferred from X, Y, and Z direction. And therefore, what we have seen, general heat equation, delta square X by del square T by del X square plus del square T by del Y square, isn't it? This is what general equation. Okay. So heat transfer in steady state, heat transfer is function of x, y, z, direction x, y, z only. Okay. But what we have seen in first chapter, we have concentrate only on what heat transfer in x direction, Laplace equation for one direction, है ना? So q is a function of only one direction x. Understood? And therefore, if you analyze the heat transfer to this plate, we are interested in the heat transfer only in x direction. So suppose in 0.1 distance, what will be temperature? In 0.2 meter, what will be temperature? So as you increase the x, how temperature is increased? As you increase the x, how temperature is increased? This we have seen in first chapter, isn't it? Okay, so in steady state, heat transfer is a function of all direction. Heat can be transferred from all direction, but in the syllabus there is only one direction flow. So we have neglected y and z direction. This is the z direction. Sorry, we have neglected y and z direction. So q is a function of only x direction. Okay, so we are interested in a change in temperature in x direction only. Understood? Okay, we have neglected y and z direction. In unsteady state, okay, in unsteady state, other than x, y, and z direction, the heat transfer is a function of temperature also. And in our syllabus, we don't have a three-dimensional heat flow. We have a single direction heat flow, and therefore q is a function of x and t. T means what? Time. T means what? Time. So heat transfer is a function of x direction and time also. Okay, this is what? Steady state. So in steady state, we are going to see the heat transfer as a function of x direction as well as a time. Okay. So in an unsteady state, what we are going to do? What is the temperature of this plate after 5 minutes, after 10 minutes? This we have not seen in steady state. In unsteady state, we can analyze what is temperature of this plate after 5 minutes, after 10 minutes, after 15 minutes, after 1 hour. So this we are going to see in what? Unsteady state conduction. Okay, understood? In steady state, we have just analyzed what we have analyzed, the temperature variation in what? In only which direction? In x direction. Okay. Any question regarding steady state, unsteady state, x direction? So if you consider any, suppose any this is a suppose metallic block, the temperature of this metallic block is 100 degrees Celsius. How much? 100 degrees Celsius. And this metallic block of 100 degrees Celsius is in contact with atmosphere 27 degrees Celsius. Okay, understood? So in steady state, you cannot find out the time after which the temperature of this metallic block will be 27 degrees Celsius. Right? After some time, the temperature of this metallic block will reduce to what? 27 degrees Celsius, because this will reject heat to atmosphere. Are you getting? Okay, temperature of this metallic block will reduce to 27 degrees Celsius because it is heat to the atmosphere. But after how long? After how long? What is the time? After how many minutes? After how many hours? The temperature of this metallic block will reduce to 27 degrees Celsius. Okay, this we can see in unsteady state. Okay, after 5 minutes, what will be temperature fall? After 5 minutes, temperature will reduce to 90 degree. After 10 minutes to 80 degrees. So we can analyze after, as the time changes, how the temperature falls. Okay, so this we are going to see in unsteady state heat conduction. Okay. So I think we will continue this tomorrow. Okay. You can do your favorite activity and you may leave. We will continue tomorrow. We will start the new chapter in a fresh lecture. Anybody have any doubt, any question? He or she can stay and ask.